State Street, but what about private equity? Well, that's already kind of baby stepped into the ETF world. This stuff is going to happen in increments. This might be a pioneer, if you will, because it holds 30-ish stocks that are entrepreneurial, and one of them happens to be SpaceX at a 10% weighting. More on that in a minute.
Is that an ETF holds public companies?
Right, that's absolutely true. In August 29th of last year, we actually relaunched. So we previously were an actively traded fund. That's why the performance, looks the way it does from 2017 on. So in August, we relaunched, rebranded to have our index. So we have something called the Entrepreneur 30 Total Return Index, which has a very long, compelling history of 30 stocks. We decided, because of the growth in private equity that was precluding retail investors from getting in, we were trying to democratize the access to private equity, and we decided we're going to start doing that. So we bought into we bought into positions, primarily SpaceX, and that's our dominant position right now.
That's your dominant position right now, but how often do you anticipate adding or making changes, trimming your holdings? What's the criteria for you?
Well, so we monitor closely, just like we do with this index. So if you look at the Entrepreneur 30 Total Return Index, we rebalance and reconstitute quarterly. So this Friday, we're going to rebalance and reconstitute. Now, SpaceX is a long-term hold for us. We're not going to change that at all. In fact, we may add to it. All right. So that's right now. If somebody wants this position, it's the easiest way they can get into it. So the 30 public stocks, which is the index, that rebalances, reconstitutes quarterly. The privates we're going to be adding as we see opportunistic.
So not limited to quarterly shifts.
No. The privates will come in opportunistically, as we did. So when we first bought SpaceX, we did that on December 2nd. So the fund relaunched, rebranded August 29th. But we were trying to be careful with our first position. We did that on 12/2 on December 2nd. And it was a fortuitous purchase because the company immediately announced a tender offer, so it went up 37%. And we actually bought more. We added to that position. And now, as Eric mentioned, there's been a large flow of AUM the last month, primarily the last month. And so we're probably going to rebalance and add more to it.
This is a baby step into privates.
Right.
What's the next baby step? How far can we take this?
Well, potentially, right? So right now, we've got our hands full, and we're very excited to keep private equity there for a while. So we're going to keep adding things like SpaceX and maybe XAI and things like this.